Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's Officer Marcad. How everybody doing? Shalom. This is the first day of the week. Monday is not the first day. Forgive me, I'm for mentioning a deity. So Exodus 23 and 13, the Most High said, make not mention of other powers. So when you say M-O-D, M-O-N-D-A-Y, that is actually power, G-O-D. All right. So what we do over here at the Shield of Wisdom is we bring that out every chance we can get, just to help our brothers and sisters in Yasharala. We are not an organization. We are a nation. We are 12 tribes: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar, Gad, right? Manasseh, Ephraim, Zebulun, Asher, and Naphtali. We are 12 tribes, 12 nations, bunched into one nation, okay? So remember that. Yeah, I don't like it when people call themselves an organization, because in the scriptures, Yasharallah, Israel has never been an organization. So you can't come now talking about you're an organization. That is a lie. Pick that precept out. In the mouth of two or three witnesses may every matter be established. Show us that you can call yourself an organization. If not, you are a liar. Okay, cool. So, and just to let you know, people do that to try to separate themselves from their own people. Guess what? Our people do stupid-ish within our own community. So guess what? Other nations do stupid things too. They cannot separate themselves from one another. Whatever stupid thing my brother does, it falls on me as well. Are we a monolith? Yes, we're a monolith. Because whatever my brother do falls on me. Whatever one sister does, it falls on you, sisters. It really does. Okay? So this video is brought to you by the Most High Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am a teacher of the word, so I'm coming here to teach what the Most High says. Okay, it's all about what the Most High said. Kwam Yahweh. Okay, all the time, every time. Kwam Yahweh first, because it takes him to rise first. He will have to say, "This is enough," first. Then he will send his only begotten Son, which is a Mashiach Yahushai, which is sitting at the right hand of him, to go judge and make war. Okay? And then Mashiach Yahushua said, John 6 and 45 and 46, he will choose who he wants. All right? So you sisters, get up under your husband, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, whatever it is, under a man that you can trust, that can guide y'all to do what y'all need to do. Okay? And beside all that, man, this topic came up because two people needed it, right? A sister whom I'm getting tired of her celebrating birthdays, and a brother who put it in the chat yesterday that his father wanted him to celebrate his deceased uncle. Okay, no names, you don't need to know, but those who know. So it was on my spirit then. I was like, hey, cool, Most High put it on my spirit, boom, 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 put it together, and here I am. I'm a little bit off topic, but I'm not, because I like talking about the Most High, because we don't talk about him enough. Okay? I love to talk about the Most High. I love to praise the Most High. All praises to the Most High. I don't say A-P-T-T-H. I don't do that. I say it. And when I text it, I spell it all the way out. Call all Yahweh Ba Shama Mashiach Awashai. All right? So, let's get this started. In class, y'all know the precept we always start our videos, our lessons off with, right? And if you know what it is, put a 1 in the chat. Come on. I'm almost there. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 17. And it reads, and whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High, Basham Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High, the Father, in the name of his only begotten Son, which we call Hamashiach Yahushua because that's his name. Okay? So whatever you say, whatever you do, do all in the name of the Most High, the Water Yahweh, right? Giving thanks to the Most High. No, I'm sorry. Whatever you do, whatever you say, give thanks to the Most High power in the name of his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. So everybody turn to Jeremiah 10:1. We're going to start off there. Jeremiah 21. And to the brother that is listening, hey, understand that I put, instead of putting fingers pointing at the precepts, I put them in parentheses, okay? So, Jeremiah 10:1, and it reads, hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you. And I put it in parentheses right there. Hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you. And I'm going to speak more than Jeremiah 10. I'm going to go into a lot of things. And these things represent the Most High because he wrote the law with his finger. Okay? So, hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Most High, right? Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of the heathens. So, before I get off into some facts and some literature that I looked up, because I just wanted to let y'all know, check this out. Birthdays do represent pagan customs. And they also represent satanic customs. And birthdays are part of Satanistic customs, pagan customs and Satanistic customs. They do not represent the Most High at all. Read the topic, read the font, right? So, thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen. Do not do it. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 6. So, getting into this, you always got somebody trying to push a birthday on you. Our people, you gotta stop it. When you go somewhere out of town or anywhere for a birthday, you are celebrating birthday. That is your whole point of going. You are celebrating a heathen pagan custom. That is not ours. Let's remove the scriptures out of the way. Let's remove it. Just for a second, okay? Not really a second, but just give me a little bit just to get you to an understanding. Can you prove we celebrated birthdays before coming over here on ships? Go ahead. Prove it. Go to Google, go to ChatGPT, show us and put it in the chat. Before we came over here, we were celebrating birthdays. Go ahead. And while you prove it, I'm going to continue to talk. Right? Let me get some literature real quick. Damn, man, this battery on this phone, man, really ain't doing too well. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all, I'm having some technical difficulties, so y'all gonna have to. I thought I got situated before I even went live. So, give me a second. A source is patheos.com. PATHEOS.com. Our birthday's pagan. I'm gonna read this real quick. The most ancient surviving reference to the let me see, to the commemoration of a birthday dates from around 3000 BC. It was the occasion of the coronation of an Egyptian pharaoh and thus a celebration of his birth into powerhood. Not a typical birthday, to be sure. Nonetheless, it's not a typical birthday, what we would call a birthday. Nonetheless, it evidenced that birthdays originally had some pagan origins and were, in the beginning, a religious commemoration, like the Egyptians. And probably because of them, the ancient Greeks also commemorated birthdays. And probably because of them, it's not sure, because of them, the ancient Greeks also commemorated birthdays, and for religious reasons as well. Many ancients, be- Many ancients believed that on important life events or during significant changes in one's life, evil spirits might threaten the person whose life was in transition. Birthdays were one of those occasions of risk. Thus, the pagan Greeks often made offerings to their many powers as a means of gaining favors, protections, and in order to appease the divine powers in the universe. One such gift to the powers was cake, often offered to Artemis, excuse me, Abba, for saying it, the power of nature and hunting, in the hopes of success during the hunt, among other things, as the Taoism, where it is believed that bonfires can scare away the Kui, sometimes perceived, and I'm not saying the deity's name, so that's what I'm not doing. Sometimes perceived as bad spirits. There are those who believe that the ancient Greeks added candles to their cake offering as a means of provoking protection. Hence, the birth of a very common birthday tradition, the birthday cake with candles. See, I'm not going to go too much into it, too far up into it. I'm not going to do that. Okay? But I say this to say I'm bringing out sources. Bring out yours to prove it. Prove that these birthdays are our customs. I'm not bringing this out to say, see, we can't celebrate them. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, I'm bringing out some sources outside of the precepts to show you these were other folks' customs. Now I just need you to show me where. Before we came over here on ships, we celebrated those customs. Okay? Let me go somewhere. I gotta go somewhere else real quick, man. It's just, things are looking up right now for me. Here's a clean number in the list. All right. One ancient Persian is known for elaborate birthday feast. Ancient Persians known for elaborate birthday feasts. Two ancient Egyptians' world birthdays, like Pharaoh's, marked with feasts. These are where the sources coming from. That's Pathros again. Let me give you a different one. Well, that's just my only source for right now. You guys can look up many if you have the chance to do so. But from that one source right there, it goes into many different topics, such as defining Satanism, right? That's one of them. Not just Satanism, just different areas of paganism. And on the nations who celebrated the paganism. I'm sorry, I got another source here. Sorry about that. It's worldhistory.org. World History, www.worldhistory.org. Worldhistory.org. Those are two sources that I'm coming with right there. So, here's a clear list of practices found in various ancient pagan religions. Our ancestors' veneration, sun worship, moon worship, astrology, idol worship, nature worship, like sacred groves and rivers. Just like the one source I was just talking about, the birthdays, to scare off different spirits that leave a cake and with some candles and things like that, but these are nations that actually practice these pagan ways, right? Moon worship, astrology, idol worship, nature worship, like sacred groves and rivers, seasonal festivals, uh, Saturnalia, Yule, sacrifices, divinations, fertility rites, ritual magic, temple, prostitution in some cultures, and mystery religions. All right, these are a lot of different things, and they celebrated different deities in those ways. And like I said, I'm not bringing this out to tell you that, hey, see, we these other nations celebrate it. I'm just saying, if you're going to do something, prove it, because you're passing these things on to our children, and that's not right. And you can't prove that our ancestors done it. You can't even pass our heritage on to them because it's incorrect, and you don't know yourself. That's all I'm saying. Give me a sec. So let's go over here to Deuteronomy 13:6. Because I'm proving these customs are not ours. Neither did I see black men, black Americans, neither did I see, because we're Israelites, any of the tribes. I didn't see any of our names in there. All right, go to Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 6. And we're going to read all the way to 11. And it reads, if thy brother, thy son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul. He's just like a brother. Entice thee secretly, right? Or she's like a sister. It says, which is as thine own soul. Y'all, man, y'all know each other. Entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other powers, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers. You cannot prove that these are our ways. You don't even know if we ever celebrated it. You're just doing it. Namely, of the powers of the people which are round about you. And that's what we did. We started celebrating these pagan customs because the people we're around, we're in captivity under. And when we got so called out of captivity, we never stopped. Namely, of the powers of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee. They over there, they do it. You doing the same thing as the ones that are way over there. From the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. You celebrating the same stupid stuff to those people that are over there in Greece. Thou shalt not consent unto him or her, nor hearken unto him or her, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know how I just skipped that. Y'all gotta forgive me. Deuteronomy 13:7. Namely, of the powers of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Verse 8. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. Don't hide him. Don't spare his feelings. That dude just try to get you to go off into another religion. So we're not in our own land today, so we can't carry out the things that we need to keep people from doing things. But we can shame them and try to get them to repent. You know what I'm saying? Keeping a commandment of Mashiach Abishai said, go into that brother or sister to them and them alone and tell them their fault against you. All right? Don't hide them. Don't conceal them what they said to everybody. You got to go to the higher ups and let them know what happened. Deuteronomy 13:9. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. And you don't understand, bro. We got a lot of our people trying to push other people into different ideologies other than the scriptures and what's in the Bible. And nobody says anything. We got to say something. Verse 10. And thou shalt stone him. Hold on. Verse 9. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thy hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. And thou shalt stone him with stones, that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Most High thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. And all Israel shall hear and fear. That's what we want. And shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. We can't be doing that. Let me see something. Because it ain't just, hey, that person said something, you heard what they try to get you to do, then we get them. That's not how it works. Let me tell you how it works. Let me find that. Give me a second. Let me find this precept real quick. Okay, cool. Deuteronomy 17. This is Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 2. If there be found among you within any of thy gates, which the Most High thy power giveth thee, man or woman that hath wrought wickedness in the sight of the Most High thy power, in transgressing his covenant. We showing you, instead of, you can't just kill that person. There's steps on which you got to understand, all right? Verse 3, and have gone and served other powers, and worshipped them, either the sun or moon, or any of the host of heaven, which I have not commanded. See, they trying to get you to see is different practices worship different deities like the moon, the sun, and the stars. And they create an image of these deities that's in their mind. It's not real. You got to read Wisdom of Solomon, man. Wisdom of Solomon, he go in on these deities, man. They neither talk nor smell nor walk. You got to dust them off. Verse 4, and it be told thee, and thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently. See, you heard of it, they told you, and you inquired diligently. Not the person just told you, and you know what I'm saying? Because these days they just speak between the lines and try to show you something. You gotta inquire diligently. You gotta sit there and listen and ask a lot of questions before you come to that. And then if you need to understand a little bit more, you get some call, have counsel about what just happened. Inquire diligently. And behold, it be true, and the thing certain that such abomination is wrought in Israel, then shalt thou bring forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing unto thy gates, even to the man or that woman, and shalt stone them with stones till they die. Watch this. Verse 6. At the mouth of two witnesses or three witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of one witness he shall not be put to death. See, you yourself can't just do that. The hands of the witness shall be first upon him. See how it ties it together? The hands of the witness shall be first upon him to put him to death. And afterward, the hands of all the people. Don't just coincide with what I just read in chapter 13. You see, this is how it's done. So thou shalt put the evil away from among you. You see what I mean? And then you go to verse 8, and it says a lot about stuff. If there arise a matter too hard for thee in judgment between blood and blood, brother and brother, you know, that's my blood. Between plea and plea, man, he said this and I said that, da 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 da. And between stroke and stroke, he hit me, so I, you know what I'm saying? That's how it happened. Being matters of controversy within thy gates, then shalt thou arise and get thee up into the place which the Most High thy power shall choose. And thou shalt come unto the priest. I'm speaking to you now, a priest. I'm not a Levite though. Priests, the Levites. We're not going to go into all that right now. The Levites right now, they don't have the temple right now. So all men of Yasharallah, Israel, are your priests. And thou shalt come unto the priests, the Levites, and unto the judge that shall be in those days. We're judging you guys. Not putting you to death. We're judging you though. And inquire, and they shall shew thee the sentence of judgment. And I'll come to you and tell you the judgment. And thou shalt do according to the sentence which they of that place, which the most high shall choose, shall shew thee. You got to listen to us when we tell you. And thou shalt observe to do according to all that they inform thee. So however I inform you, do it. According to the sentence of the law, which they shall teach thee, and according to the judgments which they shall tell thee, thou shalt do. Thou shalt not decline from the sentence which they shall shew thee, to the right hand nor to the left. And the man that will do presumptuously, just do what you want to do, and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister there before the Most High thy power, or unto the judge, even that man shall die. And thou shalt put away the evil from Israel. And all the people shall hear and fear, and do no more presumptuously. Just do what you want to do. So let's go back over here to the breakdown. So I just got done from Deuteronomy 13 and 11, And all Israel shall hear and fear, and do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. That's how it's done. Deuteronomy 13:3. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet, that person over there. Think they knows what they talking about. She thinks she's a prophetess. He said he a prophet. See, you got to question those things. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams. This is very important that y'all pay attention to this. For the most high your power proveth you to know whether ye love the most high your power with all your heart and with all your soul. But let's find out what the heart is. All your heart. Because everybody goes like, I love the most high. You know my heart. I always saying that stupid stuff, man. Most high know my heart. The mind is wicked above all things. Who can know it? Book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. And it reads, For from within, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, and murder, theft, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, and evil eye, blasphemy, pride, and foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile the man. I dare all you to look up all the meanings in Mark 7:21 and 23 that I just said, those words, so you can understand and know what they are. Okay? The Most High is just proving you to see whether you're going to listen to him or not. Now let's go to the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1. Now let's get to the understanding. I read you some different sources on birthdays showing you the deities they worship. No, I didn't, but I'm going to show you the deities they worship. But I gave you an understanding and she gave you sources on how they were practiced and nations that practice them. This is Job chapter 1, verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. He had 2 kids. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. See, this breakdown I'm going into, I'm giving you an example of Job's children. Job chapter 1 and verse 4, skipping 3. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day. And when you look it up, this represents birthdays. And sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them on their day, each one their day. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, everybody thought that what they did, that Job sent and sanctified them. Man. And rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. We always did burnt offerings because of our transgressions. For Job said, It may be that my sons have sinned, daughters too, and cursed the Most High in their hearts. Remember, I just showed you on Mark 7:21, the heart's the mind. And cursed the Most High in their hearts. Thus did Job continually, making sacrifices for them all because they transgressed against the Most High. So let's go back over to Deuteronomy 6 and 1. See, now, what I just read is just to show you that Job is an example and his kids are an example of what happens and what he has to do now to get the Most High to forgive his children on what they did, because they were celebrating a custom from the people who were far off, one end of the earth to the other. Remember, you're practicing what these people practicing over here that are in the land. So you just have to understand this. Very important. That's why you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. So you know and understand, and you're around brothers and sisters who understand. Now I tell y'all this. If y'all are around family and they ain't keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you're around them in that day, hell is coming to your house. It is what it is. I said what I said. Deuteronomy 6 and 1. Deuteronomy 6 and 1. Remember, curse the Most High in their hearts. How? Forget what he talking about. I'm finna do this. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Most High your power commanded to teach you. So I'm teaching you, that ye might do them in the land whether ye go to possess. In the land whether you go to possess. So let me ask everybody, what is the difference between us and the Gentiles? I give you to the count of 5. Look at each other. Look around. See if you guys are going to say the same thing. Say it. Go ahead. 5 seconds over. The difference between us and the Gentiles is we got to keep this law forever. Let's say the Gentiles come around us in our land. They got to keep it. They got to keep the law. Because you're in our land. You're not going to keep no other law. You're not doing none of that pagan stuff. But once the Gentiles leave and go back off into their land, they don't have to keep the law. They were not given the law. They can do whatever they want to do once they leave. It's a big difference. Now, wherever we go to possess it, the land, the Most High, get whatever land He gives us, we got to keep the laws in that land. We can never get away from the law. We always have to keep the law. That's the difference. Verse 2, that thou mightest fear the Most High thy power, to keep all His statutes and His commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, and all the days of thy life. All the days of thy life, forever. We always got to read the law. We always got to study. There's not one time that you could ever say that I ain't got to keep the law no more. No. This is a perpetual covenant. We always got to keep the law. To keep all His statutes and His commandments which I command thee, thou and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. You want to live forever and ever? Keep the law. This is Deuteronomy 6 and 6. And these be the words which I command thee this day, shall be in thine heart. This law this day shall be in thy heart. That's why we remember. That's why we know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it doesn't count as much as you think it counts when the book is open. It counts much more when the book is closed and you're keeping the commandments. Let's go up one more precept, Deuteronomy 6 and 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou lettest, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Verse 8. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. You see that in verse 8? They shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. They got to be in a book. And then around the house where you go, you have little posts, little precepts and scriptures. As you walk around the house, it's like a reminder. Constantly around the house, when you see precepts on the door strips around the house, when you walk through this, walk through your doors, you have them right there, man. Deuteronomy 6 and 14, go there real quick. See, having them around the doorpost is very important when you're walking through your house. You're going to see all these precepts all around the house on the doors and everything. It's a constant reminder to what? Deuteronomy 6 and 14. Ye shall not go after other powers of the powers of the people which are round about you. See, Job's children will go into the ways of the people who were round about them. Verse 15. For the Most High thy power is a jealous power among you, lest the anger of the Most High thy power be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living power, which is the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Verse 16, ye shall not tempt the Most High your power, as ye tempted him in Mashah. Most High ain't gonna do this. He ain't gonna do that. I see it in live and living color, man. The Most High just do low on people. Verse 17, ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Most High your power, and his testimonies, and his statutes. The testimonies are the stories, and his statutes, the commandments, which he hath commanded thee. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Most High. What is good? Let's go to Romans chapter 7, verse 12. Romans chapter 7, verse 12. And it reads, wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good. See? Deuteronomy 6 and 18. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Most High. What? Keep the commandments. Stay holy. Do right and good, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land. See, there is a, how can I say this? There are requirements to get into the land, to get in through those gates. The requirements. These are the requirements right here. And Deuteronomy 6 and 18. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Most High, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land which the Most High swore unto thy fathers. See? There are requirements. To cast out all thine enemies from before thee, as the Most High hath spoken. And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies, and the statutes, and the judgments, which the Most High power hath commanded, what it is for? And to tell you something so you can live. Moral, civil, dietary, ceremonial, sacrificial. Yeah, moral, civil, dietary, ceremonial, sacrificial laws. And we got to know those 5 categories and understand them. Teach them to each other. Talk to each other about them. Why? When thy son asks thee in time to come, when he finally just catches on to things and it hits like a light, in time to come, saying, what mean these stories? What mean these? What are these stories about? And the statutes and the judgments which the Most High power hath commanded you. Then thou shalt say unto thy son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt. We were Trump's bondmen in Egypt. And the Most High brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. And the Most High shewed signs and wonders, great and sore, upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household, before our eyes. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in to give us the land which he swore unto our fathers. And the Most High commanded us to do all these statutes. And the Most High commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Most High our power, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive, as it is at this day. And it shall be our righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he hath commanded us. See? Righteousness. And defining righteousness, right? Psalms 119, 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, which I'm speaking of the word. Just like our forefather David did, our ancestor David. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. Now, let's go to Mashiach Yahushua real quick in John 6 and 44. The book of John, chapter 6, verse 44 says, no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, and they shall be all taught of the Most High. Every man, therefore, that hath heard and hath learned of the Father cometh unto me. So if you don't know the Most High, there's really no chance of you being saved. You better get to know him before it's too late. John 6 and 38. Let's go back down a little bit. Hamashiach Yahushua said, for I come down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. And then y'all got to understand prophecy. Go to Deuteronomy 18 and 18 real quick. That's fine, because he said, I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. So when you go to Deuteronomy 18 and 15, it says, the Most High thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren. That's why when you go to Deuteronomy 17 and 17 down, it starts talking about set no man over you that is not of thy brother. Probably got the precepts, probably 18 and 16, but it's in Deuteronomy 17. Deuteronomy 18 and 15. The Most High thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. This is my shot talking. Unto him ye shall hearken. This is my shot talking to us. According to all that thou desired of the Most High thy power in Horeb in the day of the assembly, right? Saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Most High thy power, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Most High said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass, because he said, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. Talking about the angel of the Most High, which is the Mashiach Yahushua. And it shall come to pass that whosoever would not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. Go to Revelations 19 and 11 real quick. Go to the book of Revelations, chapter 19, verse 11 real quick. Let's start verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. He took their rulership, power and rulership. On his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. See that? Deuteronomy 18 and 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. The word of the Most High. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other powers, even that prophet shall die. John 2 and 2 John 1 and 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it. Hey, birthdays or no? No. You can look at the testimonies of Egypt and how Pharaoh was trying to celebrate his birthday. Man, you can look at the Persians. You can look at a lot of different nations. They were doing the same thing. I tell you this: keep keep the commandments and live, man. And stop celebrating those birthdays, man. Calm down. If you want to take a trip, take a trip. But let the person's birthday, the day that they was born on, go by for like a month and then go. But don't make it a birthday trip. Don't do that, man. And with that, shalom.